part of it began with the problem of getting an azoxystrobin or an insecticide in furrow on crops that would mix with liquid fertilizers. And I met the people from Vive. We did some grower meetings together. They brought some product out and we experimented, if you will, on some farms. It mixed well, performed well, and from that meager beginning on a few fields, now we have it on thousands of acres.
The biggest benefits that we've seen with using the Vive products, especially Asteroid, is the blendability of it. Being able to blend it with our other products, not having it clog up our red ball system with our planters, not coating our tanks to where you got to power wash it out. It mixes very well, mixes with other products, plays nice in the tank, and makes our planting a lot more efficient because we're not cleaning out planters or tips and stuff like that to try and keep going.
I think the biggest benefit that I've seen from utilizing the Vive product by Fender is simply ease of use, low use rate, mixability, consistent formulation on the product that we handle. I think those are all real positives from utilizing a Vive product. It worked well. I mean, what we found is because of the early planting, sometimes secondary pests can be an issue, especially in cold soil. So if the seed's going to lay there for any period of time, it's just added protection. So what we found is the mixability was exceptional. We were able to pour that right in with our pop-up. Our pop-up has virtually no agitation other than the planter going through the field. When we dumped it in, it plumed out very nice. There's nothing worse than have to replant because of insects, and we just find it to be an added insurance policy by having an insecticide with our pop-up.
Yeah, so for us, the worst thing is if we have to get down on our stomachs and have to look at filters, and because we have nozzles plugged up and stuff, and we haven't had to do that yet so far. So we've been seeing consistency, and we haven't had to worry about changing or cleaning filters because of junk building up on those spray nozzles. So
comparing it to other products, it's been as good, I would say, if not better.
So we put it in that first year, and it's like, wow, it really did work. It did what it was said. We had good results, so with that, we never went back. It's been Asteroid ever since.
As far as mixing in the cold temperatures, we haven't seen any problem.
We've had 3 years experience testing with a 5 to 7 bushel increase in yields. Test weight increase every time, and generally moisture. One time it wasn't, but generally moisture is 1% drier, half to 1%. Well, if you figure drying costs of a nickel a point, or whatever you figure it at, I mean, times 200, that's $10 an acre.
When you can see the growth difference from where you had that turned on to where you didn't, if we can get a quicker growth, better root system and whatnot, that's key. And I think that's the biggest benefit.
We ran 6 ounces of Bifender, and we did it pretty much on all the acres. It mixed really well. We do not have any agitation in the tanks. There was other products in there, so there's quite a bit of stuff going in there, and the Bifender mixed really well. The jugs rinsed out really well. I was real happy with that. We didn't have any plugging. There's no residue in the tank, and like I said, no agitation. This being no-till corn on corn, I think in-furrow insecticide is a must, and so it's nice to find a product that's easy to work with.
It stays and seems to stay in solution very well. If it sits overnight, it's not, you don't see where it's settled out or anything like that. If you're going to put fertilizer in your system, I think it's definitely something you want to take a look at.
it's been a great company to work with. They've definitely improved our sustainability on our farm and helped our farm have a more successful crop due to the diseases we're challenged with.
Not a hard choice to switch.